Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
David Johnson's play has forced us to talk about him as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. Good size, so he can run inside and break through some tackles. Also has excellent speed, so he can get to the perimeter, turn the corner, and make it into a big gain. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both out of the backfield and in the slot back position in order to get downfield and catch the football.
Leopard! Gone!
On 2nd down, Johnson down right around the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
I think most people locked in on Byron Jones when he came out of UConn at the NFL Combine, where he darn near jumped out of the stadium because of his vertical leap. But there's so much more to his game than that. Played cornerback and safety in college, and they can use that same ability to move him around in the NFL in order to create great matchups on defense for Dallas.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Done.
Prescott now on 2nd down. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. This is taken at the 18. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, now he bowls him over. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. His way down to the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get out, get out.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They don't hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here you go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rosen to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. Oh, look, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Good.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Good.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56!
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slim...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And incomplete, almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the 22, right, here's 2nd and 8.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Lucky 56.
Rosen will throw. Try to lay one up deep. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 33 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offense